So now we saw how groundnut quality is assessed. Similar systems would have to be put in place no matter what the produce is, whether it is lentils, pulses, soya bean, rice, wheat, or whatever the agri produce is. So the promoting agency needs to organize after this short, simple training programs in each village explaining how quality is assessed and how the book of accounts are managed. Usually in the beginning, the village cooperative has 2 or 3 volunteer members who come to the collection center and weigh and assess the produce brought in by every farmer, update the accounts and issue a receipt to each farmer. As soon as one truckload is ready, it is loaded and shipped to the buyer, usually a town about 30 to 100 kilometers away. Nowadays, many buyers send money online to the village cooperative's bank account, and in turn this is disbursed to each farmer based on the quantity and quality of the produce he gave. Some good practices need to be put in place right from the beginning. For instance, when the sales proceeds come into the cooperative, a small portion should be kept aside as reserves. To get everyone's trust, this is kept in the name of each member as his or her deposit. The amount should preferably be based on the quantity of produce. So a farmer with 20 quintals will give twice the deposit of a farmer with 5 quintals. So the next question we explore is, what does the promoting organization do and what does the cooperative do? These are 2 different entities and their roles and responsibilities should be clear. A basic principle is that ideally the promoter does facilitation and the cooperative actually runs the operations. This means that the promoter visits the town or urban markets and buyers and establishes market linkages with them. In the process, there is a clear understanding of how much each member stands to benefit. Training programs also need to be organized in each new village. These training programs have 2 aspects. One is about the concept of a cooperative. What is it? How does it benefit members? What are the roles and responsibilities of the leaders and of the members? Since leadership is critical at the village level, the system should allow the right type of leadership to emerge. This means that the leader must be a trusted person with some education and some management capability. Nowadays, such people are there in most villages. A system of no subsidy helps, but a system where members have to actually give deposits into the cooperative helps even more. This forces each member to select a leader who is trustworthy and capable. Data from the field show that this invariably happens. It is when the promoting NGO in its anxiety provides subsidies, incentives, free money or soft loans to each member that the problems start. Money coming in from outside into a cooperative is often considered free and the members don't worry about what type of leader to elect or select. Often they go by the local political leaders. The cooperative then flounders. On the other hand, when they understand that there is little free money and that instead they have to invest their money, no doubt in small amounts, the right leadership invariably emerges. Some clear rules about the leaders need to be openly discussed with the members. So here are some issues that need open discussion in the process of training and social mobilization. First, what do you do with a leader who does not call meetings or does not attend meetings? Next, leaders who are affiliated to one or the other political party. Do we keep them or do we do something else with them? Next question is cooperative leaders who have long outstanding dues and loans. Last question is leaders who do not bring their produce to the cooperative but sell it to outside traders. When such issues are discussed openly, the general body invariably comes to the right answers. Similarly, the rights and responsibilities of leaders are discussed. Is he or she empowered by the general body to take decisions? Usually there is a small committee of 5 to 7 people elected by the members who are given this authority. Decisions include where to sell, what to do with the sales proceeds and how to use the reserves. as well as how much to pay volunteers who come to the collection center and weigh each farmer's produce. They are also empowered to negotiate with buyers. Similar rights and responsibilities are there for each member. He must, for instance, bring clean produce without stones and dust. It must be free of other contamination like water. In the case of cotton, for instance, farmers have a tendency to sprinkle water on the cotton so that the weight increases. In the case of lentils, soya and groundnut, the moisture content cannot be high. Else, the cooperative ends up paying for water, and in any case, the eventual buyer will not pay for water. On the other hand, every member has a right to ask for the accounts and hold the leaders accountable. So that's the first aspect of social mobilization, where training programs are held in every village to educate the members and their leaders on the idea of a cooperative. Most of it is simple to do and it's common sense, but open public discussion really helps to lay down the norms and principles and start the work on a sound footing. But other than cooperative education, the promoting agency also needs to organize training on business. At the end of the day, cooperatives are a form of business. In particular, the elected leaders in each village need to be trained on all aspects of business, right from the collection center in the village where quality is assessed, to keeping accounts, negotiating with buyers, managing sales, distributing the sales proceeds, and the need for reserves. All these training programs are relatively easy to do and take a couple of days at most. In the initial few villages, the staff of the promoting agency may have to help out a little bit with logistics and marketing. Later, the cooperative takes over these roles. Usually, it is the first few villages in a new region that are challenging. Once the profits start coming in, the cooperatives spread to other villages and gradually pick up speed and become a very vibrant force in the local economy.